Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 14, 2023. And in the news this evening, business owner linked to bomb threat at a Spanish Town Courthouse remanded. The individual accused Spanish Town Courthouse last week, Michael Glenford, a wholesale and liquor store owner, appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday to face charges of inciting public mischief. During the proceedings, the court disclosed that the phone number used for the bomb threat was linked to Glenford. Despite this, Glenford's attorney said there is nothing to show that Mr. Glenford is connected. Glenford's attorney revealed that on the day of the incident, he was at the courthouse for a civil matter against someone who owed him partner money. Accordingly, the lawyer requested bail for his client, emphasizing that Glenford had no prior criminal record. He has never been in trouble. He went to the courthouse for a civil matter that would have benefited him, hopefully, the attorney said. Labeling the recent bomb threats across the island as a waste of resources, which involves numerous schools and government agencies, presiding Judge Lauren Cole Montague had Glenford remanded until Thursday when he is to return to court. In a previous news report, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey confirmed that 71 institutions were impacted between Thursday, November 9 and Friday, November 10, with a hospital and a court building among recent targets on Friday. All other targets were educational institutions, including Denby and Lennon High in Clarendon, Old Harbor and Greater Portmore High in St. Catherine, and William Knibb Memorial Trelawney. Additionally, Tuesday morning, the Meadowbrook High School issued a release advising the parents and the guardians to pick up their children because they have received a threat to the safety of our school. However, Glenford's attorney made it clear that he had no connection to the other bomb threats issued over the past couple of days. With 2 documents outstanding for the prosecution's file, the matter was adjourned until Thursday. Man shot and injured near Pernell Charles Arcade. A man was shot and injured on Tuesday morning near the Pernell Charles Arcade in downtown Kingston. The incident occurred sometime after 8 a.m. along East Parade. The injured man was rushed to the nearby Kingston Public Hospital. The police cordoned off an area, which resulted in temporary closure of a section of the shopping facility. Investigations are continuing. Woman braves a gunshot to escape boyfriend's punches. A corporate-era woman was forced to dodge the bullets of feuding gunmen to gain shelter at the Denhamtown police station as her boyfriend abused her at their home. The startling revelation was shared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court by the investigating officer as the boyfriend was arraigned before Senior Parish Judge Lauren Cole Montague for assault occasioning actual bodily harm. She was at the station earlier and begged the police to help her get a taxi as he was assaulting her. In the evening, there was a shootout across from the station, and we heard knocking on the guard room, and we heard a female voice saying, "I'm alone, I need help," the investigator shared in court. She stated further that a woman was seen with a bloodied face and was assisted by the police to receive medical attention. The court heard further that when the man was apprehended and placed in custody, he said, "I wanted that idiot police here. Just bail me, make me sure who bad. That's offensive. You can't be behaving like that. And because of that, you are gonna rub some more time. I see something in this country. The people them need to stand down. How dare you behaving like that in front of the police and at the station?" The senior jurist scolded. "She licked me first, Your Honor, and she threatened me. Anybody would feel a way about it," the man responded. According to prosecutors, on November 5, the man told the complainant, the mother of his 12-year-old daughter, to visit his home to collect money for the child. Sometime thereafter, he grabbed the woman's phone, and as she attempted to retrieve it, a tussle ensued between them. The man reportedly punched the complainant in the face. "This is a lesson now for respect for law and order, respect for the organs of the law. I have to send a message. You are remanded in custody further," Cole Montague noted. The man was remanded in custody until December 1. Truck overturns a killing driver in Old Harbor. A truck driver was killed on Tuesday after his vehicle overturned along the McCook's Pen Main Road in Old Harbor, St. Catherine. About 12:45 p.m., he was driving from the direction of Spanish Town when he lost the control of the truck and it swerved off the road. The driver was discovered among the marl and rubble that was being transported in the truck at the time of the incident. He has not yet been identified. U.S. Embassy guards stage stick out following fallout over wage negotiations. Over 60 diplomatic security guards employed to the U.S. Embassy in Kingston staged a sick-out on Tuesday due to a fallout over stalled wage negotiations. The Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, during a meeting on Monday night, rejected a wage offer from the G4S Guardsman joint venture. Guardsman Group proposed a 10% increase in the first year, 0% in the second, and a 5% each over the remaining 3 years. The news understands that during Monday's meeting, the offer for the second year was adjusted to a lump sum payment of $150,000, a move deemed unacceptable by the security guards. In an interview with one of the security guards employed at the U.S. Embassy, the news learned that employees are seeking a better package. They expressed that the offer made on Monday does not take into consideration the country's inflation rates. Right now, we're on location at the embassy, and we have taken industrial action based on a stalling negotiations we have been having over the past few months, the guard who requested anonymity said. Guardsman does not want to honor what is owed to us. We have gone to meetings with them to negotiate better health and pay packages, but they do not want to meet our demands. That's what has led to the sick-out. We are lobbying for pay increase, better pay packages, travel allowance, and stuff like that. Everything that we are negotiating for is reasonable and within our constitutional rights, he said. The guard told the news that as diplomatic officers, they deserve a package that separates them from regular security officers. He expressed that their job exposes them to greater dangers than usual, and thus they should be compensated accordingly. We are diplomatic officers, and they are treating us like regular security guards. The risk that we are accustomed to, regular officers are not exposed to that. Based on our duties, we detailed what our expectations are, and they have failed to meet those, he said. The Prime Minister granted a minimum wage increase for security officers, and they don't want to honor that. Per fortnight right now, we get paid roughly $80,000, and currently, all the other security guards are in line with us, and we have more responsibilities than everybody else. The guard said they requested a 25% increase in wages, but were offered a 10% increase in year one of the offer and a 0 increase in the second year, followed by 5% in the third, fourth, and fifth years of the contract. He said the latter is inadequate and assured that he and his colleagues are prepared to continue industrial action until their demands are met. The news understands that the Union of Clerical, Administrative, and Supervisory Employees and the G4S Guardsman joint venture have set a meeting for later today to try to come to an agreement on the matter. President of UK's Vincent Morrison told the news last month that having won bargaining rights for and on behalf of over 210 security officers assigned to the U.S. Embassy in Kingston, they have reached a stalemate in their relatively new level of negotiating. At the time, Morrison warned that the security officers were extremely restive, and the UK's, through the union, informed the guardsman that the restiveness among the security officers could develop into industrial action. G4S is part of Allied Universal, a leading security and facility services company that provides proactive security services and cutting-edge smart technology to deliver tailored integrated security solutions that allow clients to focus on their core business. Driver involved in fatal Westmoreland crash in police custody. The driver, who reportedly fled the scene of a fatal collision in Bluefields, Westmoreland, on Monday, is now in police custody. The development was confirmed by Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of operations in the Westmoreland Police Division, Adrian Hamilton. Senior Superintendent Wayne Josephs, head of the Westmoreland Police Division, told the news on Tuesday morning that the attorney of the driver contacted the police and made arrangements to turn himself in. The police have also identified the 5 people who died in the accident. They are O'Neill Allen, otherwise called Dummy, and his 65-year-old mother Angela Samuels, both of Mount Edgecombe Farm District, 39-year-old Petrina Wallace, and her 15-year-old daughter Lavicia Forrester, both of Gordontown White House, and the 54-year-old Janet Thompson of McAlpine District, all in Westmoreland. According to police reports, about 3:30 p.m., the taxi with 6 people on board was traveling towards the White House when the vehicle it was traveling behind slowed down. The cab driver swerved, collided with a truck that was traveling in the opposite direction, and ended up in a tree. 3 of the occupants of the Toyota Noah taxi died on the scene, while the 2 that were transported to the hospital succumbed to their injuries on Monday night. Man charged in connection with armed robbery of over $800,000 from Manchester financial institution. A man has been charged after he and another man reportedly held up a financial institution at a gunpoint in porous Manchester and made off with cash and personal items valued at over $800,000 on Thursday, November 7. Charged with 2 counts of robbery with aggravation and the possession of prohibited weapon is 21-year-old Nassim Gordon, otherwise called Terry, of Broadleaf District in Manchester. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 4 p.m., Gordon and the other man, both armed with guns, entered the establishment and held up employees. They proceeded to rob them of cash amounting to $810,000 and 2 cell phones valued at $75,000. The men then escaped in a waiting motor vehicle. Gordon was taken into custody and charged on Friday, November 10, after he was arrested during an operation in a neighboring parish. He will appear in the Manchester Parish Court on Wednesday, November 15.